Hi everyone, my name's Annette and this is Cottoverdi, but today we are visiting RHS Wisley, which is one of my favourite RHS gardens to visit. We're going to take a look around, see what's looking fabulous at the moment, and hopefully come away with loads of inspiration for our garden. I am going to show you everything that catches my eye today here at RHS Wisley. I'm really looking forward to taking a look around. At the bottom of the Jellicoe Canal was this gorgeous area where the RHS have styled it. This is sort of a lattice style planting based loosely on a knot garden. And what the RHS are doing is they are trialling plants to replace box as topiary and hedging to overcome the problems that we have in the UK with box blight and box tree caterpillar. And I have taken all the box out of my garden because we suffered so badly from box tree caterpillar, and I was spending hours in the evening picking the caterpillars off my box plants. So I've decided not to have box anymore. So actually I'm really interested in the different plants that they've got trialing in this area. And I really liked the different colours too. I thought it looked incredibly pretty and very stylish. As we were walking through to the Rose Garden, we passed this gorgeous plant here. The scent, we could smell it from miles away. This is a Philadelphus or mock orange. This one's called Fragrant Falls, and it's got these very small little white flowers, but I promise you the scent was intoxicating. Both Richard and I thought it was fantastic, and I will definitely be looking to put at least one of these in my garden in the future. So here we're coming to the Rose Garden, and the roses are looking really good at the moment, but we probably missed the best rose display by about 2 weeks. And they have arranged the rose gardens so that it is planted up in sort of a very natural style with lots of herbaceous plants and bulbs and perennials and evergreen shrubs and clipped yew. All the roses have been partnered with complementary plants, and I think it just looks really, really pretty, and it makes you appreciate how other plants can complement the roses. What I really appreciated and was surprised by in this area was how spectacular the Cornus were looking. So these are flowering dogwoods, and I'm sure you've come across them before, but they've just got this incredible bracts that turn white or pink. I've always wanted one in my garden, so I was very interested to see them in real life here together so I could compare one against the other. This rose is called Grace. My son gave me this rose for Mother's Day this year, so it's really nice to see it in full flower. I absolutely love this rose. I've never seen it before, but Morning Mist was the most incredible colour. Claire Austin is doing exactly the same in this garden here that it does in my garden at home. It just has really droopy flowers. This is a rose called Cristata. It's got these crested buds that they kind of look prickly, but they're not. They're really, really soft. I touched them. I'm really keen to buy one of these roses just so that I can have these super interesting buds. All the Cotinus throughout Wisley were looking absolutely incredible. I think we were at the gardens at just the right time. here we're just climbing a little mound. That's sort of a lookout. You get a 360-degree view from the top here, but this mound, the entire thing is planted up with lavender. I thought it was really interesting to see they've pruned some obviously much earlier, and that's in flower now, and then there are some that look like they've been pruned a lot more recently, and I'm guessing that those will flower later on in the summer. So this mound throughout the summer is going to have the gorgeous scent of the lavender and the beautiful blue flowers. This is looking down over the Piet Oudolf garden down to the glass house below. We had a quick wander through the fruit garden, but obviously there wasn't any fruit to see really. But it was quite cute, and there were loads of wildflowers. It was really pretty. So this is the Oudolf Landscape, and it's been designed by a Dutch designer called Piet Oudolf. And what he's designed is a drift of rivers of foliage and flowers, and it just sort of meanders down through various different little sort of windy paths, meanders down to the glass house at the bottom. I really loved this hairy penstemon, and I want some of this in my garden. I think I've tried to grow it from seed before, but I haven't been successful. This tree, this smoke bush, the lime green one, took my breath away. It is beautiful. It's a variety called Canal, and I cannot find it. I've looked online, I can't find it. I may have to call some plant nurseries, but I really, really want this one in my garden. Look at it, it's so gorgeous. I really liked this tall grass with the red Cotinus behind it. This is more of the Canary smoke bush from the other direction. This is a Senalofium or Baltic parsley, and it's got really lovely deep purple stems that contrast beautifully with the phlomis behind it. And then there's a phlox, which I have in my garden. It kind of picks up the colour of the purple stems. This iris pink haze was absolutely gorgeous. Such a pretty soft colour and not too tall, which is another reason why I quite liked it. After lunch, we visited Oakwood. This was formerly called the Wild Garden and is the historic heart of Wisley. It's just this area with these meandering little intersecting paths, and you feel completely enveloped by nature, and around every corner there's just something really pretty to look at. and I loved it. I loved wandering around this area. We could have stayed here for much longer, but we had other places we wanted to visit, but I tried to sort of weave my way in and out of all the various different paths. I absolutely loved these lilies. They popped up sort of all over the place, and they obviously like a shaded area. I don't normally go for red, but I really want some of these in my garden. This wisteria walk was eye-catching, not because of the wisteria, which has been and gone. It's done its flowering this year. It's planted underneath with loads of pink cosmos intermingled with a flower that looks a bit like a campanula, but it's much more upright facing. I think it's called trichlea or grass nut, and there must be loads of bulbs because the sea of blue was really pretty. There was loads to see in the trial gardens, but I focused on things that I really wanted to grow. So I focused on sweet peas, delphiniums and roses. There were loads of other things. There was some baptisia, a massive bed of baptisia, but they'd pretty much finished flowering, so I haven't shown those. Our tour. We've seen as much as we've got time for today at RHS Wisley. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Maybe you found some of it inspirational. We certainly have. There are lots of things that we'd like to repeat at home. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you all next time back in our own garden.